Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick All O'Clock with the last package of the year from bricklink.com. Right, so let's get into this one. This order was from the UK and was actually inspired by the parts that I need to finish a couple of train builds, carriages, some of which are mocks, some of which are kind of variations on existing sets. So, as I usually do, I went to Bricklink, found all the stores that had exactly what I had to get, and then picked the one that had all of the other parts that I kind of fancied, that I've already identified on all of my other lists to get at some point. And this one won. So we've got hopefully a really diverse order of really interesting parts. Let's tip out this great big bag. And I can see immediately something I was very pleased to get. Oh yes, excellent. So this was another vendor that actually lists parts as, I can't get in that one, that lists parts without their stickers, but then writes in the comments that they have got the stickers from the set on. So I really wanted this one because it's, to my knowledge, the only skateboard that's actually got an underneath sticker as well as one on top. Though the one on top's a very sort of boring sort of black grip tape type stuff. But I just thought that was really interesting. And if I'm going to have a lot of skaters in my skateboard park, I can have one doing a really awesome trick where we can see the underside of the board and that'll be visible. And that's really why I wanted it. And you can see it's the old style with these sort of mags on that do the kind of proper tilting, so you can kind of turn corners rather than the trolley wheels in blue. So that's really good. So I'm really happy to have that because also it was relatively reasonably priced. I think it was under £1, and if you want this one with the sticker on, usually it's at least £2. So very happy to have that. That's fantastic. I'm going to tear all these tiny bags because I can't reuse them when they're that small. So it's a bit of a waste, but unavoidable. I got a kind of flat top hairdo in this tan colour. And I've got that once on, what is it, an agent's figure? It's either Trey Cool or Trey Swift or one of those funny names. But I thought I could get another one just because I saw it. Because after I get all the parts that I know I need, I, as I say, look at for as many parts as I can that I've identified previously as just being interesting, but with no sort of fixed use perhaps, and then I go through absolutely everything else, which is very time consuming, to find things like that are cost effective and quite uncommon, and things like this. So that's a really interesting dish piece, isn't it, with sort of, I don't know, spider web type stuff on. And I think it is spiders actually, because that's from set 70133, Spinlin's Cavern, which is a Chima set from 2014. It's kind of a bit like the Monkey Kid baddie, the Spider Queen in that one, except I think that spider in that set seems to have 6 legs, which has got to be a crime against reality, hasn't it? But anyway, I don't know what I use that for. Probably under the sea, maybe as the top of some sort of small jellyfish or something like that. A couple of arches for my mock train build. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be because that would just spoil it. A very dirty barnacle red flame part. In fact, that's been chewed at the end. Yep, that's pretty disgusting. Yep, that's going in the bin. I'll throw that in the bin. I missed the bin. But I'll have to either ask for a refund if it's very cheap, write that off as a bad experience. Then I've got some tan bricks. Now the tan bricks, of which there are many different sizes, are the last ones I need to do the full swap into tan colour on my Flamingo Club, which I'm going to make into a nightclub. Well, I kind of have on the outside, but do the inside as well. And I was thinking of actually using the pink bricks that I liberated by doing a swap over to tan to make the inside pink. Now, I don't know if that's actually going to work in reality, because it will mean obviously that I've got double thick walls and it's not exactly a huge building. So if I do double thick walls, it might make it too small to be practical. But I do have those dark pink chairs we got on a previous haul to use in there. And I think I'll also use the brand new Series 21, is that what we're up to now? Singer, which kind of looks like a drag queen singer. And I figured a pink coconut would probably be, or rather the pink flamingo. I keep calling it a pink coconut, but it's the pink flamingo club would be having things like drag nights and burlesque nights and things like that. So why not? I mean, it seems a bit of a shame to put that singer character with the wonderful headdress piece from Series 21 inside a building where you won't see them, but maybe they'll be queuing on the outside to get in, or being held, the queue being held back by the bouncer just to let them in. Right, so loads of red bricks to go with these ones, so can't tell you about them. Then I got this one, which is Alfred, Disco Alfred, from the Lego Batman movie Series 2 minifigures. Now, as you know, I don't use the the skin-coloured tones in my city, but I can probably use the bald headpiece in my Death Star for one of the officers. Maybe one of those officers is bald. Don't know about the amazing sunglasses on the head. I'll have to put that to one side. But really, I wanted it just for the torso because it's just absolutely fabulous with the glittery arms, the glittery back. Oh, and he has got a very mangled kind of tails as well. I didn't really need those, and it was very cheap, so the fact that these are mangled, I'll see if this can be repaired or straightened out by giving it a good wash and maybe even a gentle iron, because it's very mangled as it is. But hey ho. So that's the main bit I wanted, his torso, for some sort of incredibly snappy dressed guy. So there we go. A couple of those, probably for trees. These tiny bags, I tell you. These are just those curved slopes, but in this kind of gunmetal silver. I just needed those to complete an old Ultra Agents build. I've got a fedora hat in purple, and that's been part of 3 sets, including 2 Joker sets and also a Space Police one, the 5984 Lunar Limo from 2010. And that is a fantastic set, isn't it? How cool is that? Wow. Imagine you did a whole futuristic city in that sort of Space Police style with all those really cool spaceships, kind of like cars, but flying around. It's a bit Futurama, really. Anyway, that went on the character from there called Brick Daddy. But I think I'll probably be using it either for the Joker in my city or maybe just somebody random who's got a purple hat. I don't know. I just really liked it. Got some tree limb pieces in bright colours that I can use under the sea. So there's kind of a dark pink big one, and then lots of small ones. So we've got light lavender, dark purple, and whatever that is, medium pink or something like that. And I got them here. I mean, they're usually available, but they're usually really expensive. Everyone's sort of 40p for each one, which is ridiculous. So if they're around 10p, which still seems quite a lot, but then I'll buy them. Then we have, that's good, the sticker's in good condition. We have the kind of departures board from my original train set, 60051, fast passenger train. And I use these as part of my builds for my bus stops. And I need one more just so I can build another bus stop. I've got the curved sort of white panel pieces, I suppose, curved panel pieces. And this is just for the backboard behind the seats. So I like to have them all the same, so it looks like part of a network. So that's great. I won't have to move that sticker, I don't think. Then this is a little computer screen, which is quite old now. This was in dozens of sets back in the day, but I want to use it to kind of complete my twin tank transporter 4537 from 1993. Mine is kind of an adaptation of that. I'm going to make it slightly different and use a few more modern pieces and so on. But I did quite fancy using the exact same screens. This vendor only had 1. I do need 2. Oh, here's another awesome minifigure. So I hadn't planned to buy this guy at all, but how wonderful is he? He's another Atlantis minifigure, and clearly he's based on a hammerhead shark. So you'll know I've got the lobster, which I'm calling the Lobster King, and he'll be sort of perhaps in some sort of underground temple type thing, or underwater rather temple. But then maybe this guy's even better. He was a bit more common, but nonetheless, I really like him. And he's even got, I've just noticed, this wonderful sort of Atlantis symbol on his head. So yeah, he's fantastic with his eyes either side. And his wonderful mouth. Look at that. So it's actually a trans-red headpiece that's got this sort of jaws on it that goes into his head there. So that is absolutely wonderful. So it seems like I might have started another collection of all the Atlantis kind of baddies. So we've got that one. I believe there's another one in this order somewhere. Yep, there's one. And this is the manta ray type one. So there he is, and he's sort of got a manta ray sort of head, and his face looks like that, but we won't see that without the hat on, I don't think. So yeah, he's rather good as well. Oh, and it got a kind of tail on the back. So these guys can be living in or defending the underwater temple. And I need to give them tridents or something like that, clearly, to make them look a bit more menacing. So the Hammerhead Warrior comes in a couple of sets, including 7984 Deep Sea Raider from 2011, which has got the brains in it, the Atlantis diver as well. That's a good fun set. And a Mantis Warrior was a bit more common, being in 4 sets, including 8075 Neptune Carrier from 2010. Which has got a very cool brick-built ray, actually. I might have to copy that into future videos or something. Then we've got some dish pieces. And these are in trans neon orange, so they'll glow under UV. So I can use those for some sort of exotic plant, maybe that way up or something like that. Trans dark pink kind of plant piece, one of those. I think it kind of looks like a sponge or something. And I've got 2 of these. Now, I've got these before in different colours. They're always on Bionicle sets and things. I've got the sort of pinky-hued ones. I've got the trans neon green ones, which I actually used in my haunted subway station. But here's a pair that have kind of got blue through green all the way to yellow. So they look rather wonderful. These are from the Bionicle set, Protector of the Jungle, set 70778 from 2015. So yeah, they'll either make the tentacles of some great beast or be some plant life as well. I think they look very organic when put at different angles. You've seen those a few times before. So pretty standard pieces, modified plates, tiles, a mug. A very important piece here. This is one of the ones that I needed for my train mock. So that will make it very hard for you, I imagine, to decide what it is I'm building. It's kind of like a sail shape or a sword shape type thing, but in blue. What could it be? I doubt you'll ever guess it. Then we've got some panels for my super secret police force, which has got the badge with the minifigure head on it. So I will reposition those using my patented hot tea technique, because they're pretty wonky, but they look in good nick, so that's all right. Oh, and there's some more of those sort of spiderweb ones. So 3 more of those. I think they'll glow under UV as well, so that's really good. They must have been in a separate bag because some were new and some were used or something, but I'm just going to wash them and use them in the same place, so that's fine. Modified bricks, modified plates, curved slopes. Loads of those sort of bracelet pieces, 1x1s, which is always useful, both under the sea and in the city. So a big bag of those. Shall I tip them out? Yeah, why not? Woo! Lego rain, isn't it? Then we've got 1 more of these, and we've seen these before as well, being the panel pieces, well, kind of panels from the 6202 Rocker Hero Factory character. So I've got a couple of those in red. I had a couple of them in greens, and I've got 1 more. But yeah, they'll be absolutely fantastic under the sea. I've got a couple of black fans. Now these were just from 2 series minifigures, the Series 6 Flamenco Dancer and the Wild West Wild Style from the Lego movie. But I was short of those, so I've got a pair of those as well, just to complete those series minifigures. And I also thought I could use those underneath the sea as kind of coral pieces. You know, they sort of fan out, don't they, corals? And they kind of collect their nutrients from the passing currents. So I think the top of some sort of spiny thingamabob could have that on the end. So very happy to have those. More mugs, more tiles. That's a curved slate with a sticker on, but I don't need it for that sticker. I might try and salvage it, but I don't want it. It's just for the tile itself. Sorry, for the curved slope itself. You know, I always say my tip is to look for pieces that you need, and if they don't have them, then look for the same piece but with a sticker on that's not very popular, so it's just as cheap. And then you can get that as well at the same place. Then we've got some of those modified bricks. We could call them curved slopes, but depends which sort of catalogue you're looking in. But nonetheless, there's loads of those in blue. I'll put those near this piece. Clue? No, I bet you don't get it. Another one of those. And another super secret policeman. So I've got two. So there's one. He's got the sort of riot helmet type thing on and the vest, both with the logo on, and that's why I'm getting them all. And this one's got the same torso, but the cap, which is really good fun with that logo on. Now I'm going to remove all of the robot parts. I'm going to give them yellow hands, and I'm going to give them yellow faces, because they are going to be normal people, not robots. And maybe I can use the robot heads somewhere else in the future. But I'm going to basically populate my new modular police station for 2021, which I don't have yet, obviously. It hasn't been released, but when I'll be getting that straight away, hopefully, which I do have to buy, just like everyone else. I don't get anything free from Lego like these big channels. Anyway, I'll be populating it with these guys, I think, because that'll be my super secret police station. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I just love the name Super Secret Police. I just think it's so sort of silly to have a huge sign with the word Super Secret Police on it, because it kind of gives the game away, doesn't it? More curved slopes. One of those in red. Modified plates. Just needed one of those for build. That is for another train mock, but on its own wouldn't give you much of a clue. I needed some yellow round tiles because they're for an Ultra Agents build. I think it's the flying thing for, who's the electric guy? Electrolyzer. A couple of tread plates, 1x4s. Always want those for every set of stairs I ever do. And I'll probably be doing more subway entrances at some point. There's another one there which has got the alert sticker on. And that is from the Batcave, which is set 6860. There's been a lot of Batcaves, but that's the one from 2012. And I absolutely love Bane's driller vehicle in that set. Absolutely fantastic. But that's a really nice sticker as well. I think I might have that one before, but I've got another one now, so that's really good. Another one of those tree limb pieces. Oh, I didn't say which set these two came from, actually. They're in absolutely loads of sets, to be honest, of the Lego movie. There's always one sort of one of these cops, but specifically they're in the set 70801, the Melting Room, and 70808, Super Cycle Chase. So there we go. So if you're interested in them, more of those curved slopes. A white surfboard, because I think I got a sticker sheet, or I've got one coming that needs a white surfboard, so I'll need the piece to stick it on. One of those purple flowers that I've got growing up the side of my hospital, so I can add that with the help of one of these pieces as well to just add another bloom onto that. So it's obviously spring in my city and it's all coming out. Fantastic. Right, onto the second bag. Oh, there we go. This one looks very similar to the other one. I don't know whether they're separate, but there we go. Here's some big flame pieces. Now, I've got quite a few of these already, but I figure I could always use more. And I could use them under the sea, and it will depend how the lighting is, I think, because that could just look like fire, which would be a bit odd underwater, but it could look like a plant as well. So I'm open to that. But another idea that's been sort of circling around was to have a building on fire in my city. And that's partially because I'm not that keen on the idea of having a fire station, because after all, they are just glorified garages for fire engines. And I'd rather have a fire actually occurring in the city, because then at least you can have all of the fire engines out and deployed, which seems a lot more interesting than just having them all parked in garages and having all the firemen playing cards in the room above. So that's what they're for. One day. I needed two more of these snap connectors to finish off that red bridge that I've got for my tram system. They're actually for the two that face the wall, so you'll barely tell when I've put them in place, to be honest, but I kind of thought I wanted it to be symmetrical and have them regardless. They're only a couple of pennies each. Now this is an interesting piece. So this is from an Aqua Raiders set. And it's kind of the nose and eyes, you can see on each side, of a great big tiger shark. And the set is 7773, Tiger Shark Attack from 2007. And I kind of love this piece but I really don't love that shark build. As you know, I'll be doing the giant squid, the giant crab, giant lobster, maybe a couple of other brick-built giant sort of monsters from the deep in my underwater scene, but I just couldn't face building that one. But I still thought I could probably use this nose somewhere else, and I thought maybe it could be a big old beastie that's kind of buried in the sand, like some fish do, ready to kind of leap out at something else, or maybe just be sort of in a cave, so you could only just sort of see it, or something like that, or you could probably just see an eye or something. Anyway, it was very reasonably priced, so I thought I could experiment with that, because the eyes are quite good, and I like this sort of speckling, so I figure I'll be able to use it somehow, even if I don't do the full shark itself. More flames. They look very similar, but they are actually different. So these three are yellow at the top, and those ones are orange at the top. Very subtle distinction, but it will make a fire a lot more interesting. And indeed, these two are a different shape as well, and that will just mean some fire can be kind of, I don't know, coming out of somewhere where it's trapped a bit more, and it's sort of going out horizontally or something like that. So you think about an effect like that coming out of an air vent or something like that for a building that's on fire. Don't know, but they're very interesting as well. And then we've got a bag here of some bigger bits. Yes, now I got a 1x6x5 panel in dark red, and the reason I got that was actually for my GBC factory to replace 3 of the 1x2x5 bricks that had been next to each other, just to, well, mean that there weren't so many join lines effectively. It's not really integral to the build. But I also thought if I was going to put a really big graffiti sticker on, maybe from one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets or something like that, then it would be better to do it obviously on one piece rather than across several. So I could do that. I've since obviously got that smaller piece of graffiti. Anyway, I don't need it for the ideas submission as such, but maybe in the future, if I do want to add a large piece of graffiti, I can put it on that and into the wall somewhere or other on that factory. A lot more of these 1x2 modified plates. Golly, it's impossible to get in them. And these look new actually, so these are probably slightly better condition than the other ones, but that's fine. I need loads of those for another train build. It's train builds galore at the moment, but I do plan to kind of focus, even though I've got loads of undersea pieces here. I think the next major area for focus has got to be the fairground. And that's just because I've been saying I'll get round to it soon for absolutely ages. And, well, I've got to make good on that promise at some point. And I think we've been waiting for the undersea for a lot less time overall. Well, I've got a free piece on there. There we go. But, nonetheless, I will be getting to my undersea scene at some point. But the really good news about the undersea scene is I've got some really, really big plans for it. And I actually might be doing a much bigger setup than I originally planned. And a lot more visible as well. So stay tuned for more news on that. But I think it's going to be really impressive, if I do say so myself. Not that I'm setting a really high bar now, but nonetheless. Right, some train buffers. 3, unusually. You kind of need them in pairs, but nonetheless, that's all he had. 3, which I'll need more to do all these train bits. Loads of small pieces. 1x2 jumper plates in light bluish grey. I need loads of those for the future. Pavements and so on. What else we got in here? Little black plates and little blue plates and little grey plates. They've all got a specific use. Some more blue bricks. They look like in very good condition, which is nice. So I'll put those near my other blue bits for the... Oh, no, I won't tell you. It really would spoil it. A couple more tan bricks there. And some round red tiles. Can't remember what they're for, actually. I think it might be another Old Trajan's build, I'm not sure. Right, golly, that's quite a good haul, isn't it? Well, I think you'll agree there's an absolute load of wonderful pieces there. It seems the most interesting ones are all for the undersea things with these bright plant pieces and these flames maybe. Definitely these flames and these wonderful dishes in all sorts of different colours as well. But I do assure you that the main reason for this order was actually for train builds and a few brick builds for buildings as well. And I think I just got carried away on all these wonderful minifigures. And we've got this wonderful contribution to a collection that's been long standing. And I think that'll be really good for, like I say, a real action shot in that scene as well, which I think will be coming soon, though I say that about a lot of things. And it also seems I've started a brand new collection with all these Atlantis minifigures as well. But hey ho, I'm willing to do it on your behalf. It's the sacrifices I make. But yeah, cool haul. So what an awesome haul. Really good one. And the most important piece of all is this one. So you'll have to send your guesses in the comments as to what this is. But this was relatively uncommon and absolutely vital for my build. So yeah, have a guess at that. Good. So thanks very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing a full citywide tour because it is, well, this is actually the 250th video of all time. And I try and do one roughly every 25. So it's about time for that. And then we can look forward to the future and start doing some new builds that involve all these wonderful pieces. So, awesome. See you then.